I'm not sure if you guys have seen me well, so you know the name, Leekautorepair. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and say it again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be working on the 2006, this is a Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi, 4-wheel drive. Oh, I'm sorry, all-wheel, no, this is not all-wheel, because you can disengage and run it in two. So this is a 4-wheel drive, it's not all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. And I'm going to be doing upper ball joints, and then I try to separate the video so that way we're going to be replacing basically the drag links or the toe links from side to side. Basically, we're going to replace them with the tie rods and the sleeve. That's another thing. Let's worry about what we worried about. Let's just begin, because I don't want to keep on rambling. So I'm going to loosen up this. I know I jump right into the video. Y'all don't like when I be talking, right? Sometimes I don't either. I'm going to loosen up the brake caliper. In my experience, someone already loosened these, probably me when I was working on it. So I'm going to run a ratchet in the back and get these out. So we should be good. Make sure you guys cash app below, Leekautorepair, Venmo, Leekautorepair. If you guys want to send me something cool, be generous. Leekautorepair, cash app, Leekautorepair, Venmo. And you guys always saying that I save you money, so I feel like that's what I do. So I'm saving you. Y'all be like, oh, you saved me hundreds or a couple thousand. You know I'm doing that. Put a little tip in there. Leekautorepair. With $ cash app, Leekautorepair, Venmo, Leekautorepair. All right, so look at the color ball. Cool. So you might need to wiggle this out. So if you wanna, come on. Alright. Let's get this hanging on the ground. But I know you guys be hating when this happens. Let's take the slack off by lifting it up on there. I'm gonna grab a 13 and then separate this bracket just to give it some slack. But I'm not gonna like do too much. Let's see. Uh-oh, see how that fell? Brought back a lot of the slack. Leave that bolt there on the side. Not gonna let this just sit there and it's not dangling. So I know you're curious about this ABS wire. Make sure you remember how it was routed, but it kind of look like it's dummy proof a little bit. I already got it separated up here. This connector behind this shield right here for the wheel liner. Just separated the safety tab on it. Get in there with a pick and lift up on the tab. If that don't work, spray it down with some soapy water. For brake cleaner, if you want, just soapy water. That's what the hell I do. I'm going to get in here with, see how that broke off, but that's cool because I could just break this off. It's like a zip tie slash push and clip. Just take that out and run a zip tie through the hole, and then that solved that problem. For now, leave that off to the side. Next, pull this rotor off, which is not that heavy, and run this over here. Cool. Next, I'm gonna separate at least I should have had already sprayed this down there. This video is running pretty long. Oh well. This axle, now there's gonna be a lot of curiosity on it. Why? Because when I was looking or going through my toolbox, the biggest size I had was a 38. That didn't work. And I did some like Google search, and it looked like 1 and 11/16 fit for this, and I believe I got the socket. Now this is a 3/4. I'm sorry, it's a 3/4 drive, meaning I had to buy a separate adapter that goes from 3/4 and a step down. I'm sorry, starts at a 1/2 inch and it step ups to a 3/4 basically. So I'm gonna go get my gun and we're gonna run this off. There was no cotter pin in this. If you got one, you know to straighten it out and get in there and like somehow knock it out with like a flat screwdriver or a flat chisel. You should be good with some needle nose pliers, wheeling out, trying to straighten out the board. The size you need is this guy right here, 1 and 11/16, right? And then this is the adapter I got from AutoZone, and you can see that as well. So I set this from a 1/2 inch, then it steps down to, or step up to a 3/4. So that's good. And I don't think we can see that good. Can we see it? We got it good. This gun's supposed to be having rating all this torque, but you know how this ain't stronger than air tools, so we'll try it. It worked. So you know the body's set up. Let's get that over there, and there is a washer. That on there. Now I'm gonna take a punch. Now I'm gonna run my air hammer with a chisel tip. All right, so if you are ready, I am ready. So let's, I don't even got the compressor on, so let's hit it with what I got. And that already pushes in. I can't go back too far, but at least I know I can work it out the board. If needed, I still can chisel it out. Why? Because there's a center punch and a deep center punch, a pit right here where you can put a chisel tip in there, pointed tip. So let's work off the, I'm gonna work off this tie rod. Why? Because I'm gonna be doing tie rods on it. So it's just smart for me to take it off, which I should have sprayed it down. And I'm not sure on the size, I believe that's like a 21, excuse me, I had to like inside burp. All right, let's leave it on there a little bit. Why? Because I'm gonna take a hammer and whack the side of this. Why? Because it's tapered in there and it's kind of jammed in there. You get a separator, or you can knock it a few times on the side, and I imagine it should be able to come down without having like too much problems. So let's whack it. Shield gonna bend. It is what it is. Just fix it back when you're done. Make sure you got safety glasses on too, which I should have already did that. Why? Because stuff is gonna be flying at you. Woo, I hit my hand right here. Be careful. Now, man, you're gonna be smelling like some plastic. Why? Because that's like lock. They put like some plastic in there to act like a backup lock. Whatever they want to call it, it's gonna melt the plastic in the inside. It's like the plastic that jams the threads together, like some form of Loctite. I don't care about the technical term or whatever. I ain't no goddamn creator to that. My job is to goddamn show y'all how to do this goddamn job, right? So we're gonna heat this nut up. Why? Because I'm gonna expand the metal so that way I get the wrench back on there with the ratchet and I should be able to like thread this off. Clearly it's jammed up. Why? Most likely because there's like debris and shit in there I couldn't even get out. Spraying it helps from the outside, but the inside realistically kind of suck, right? Locking it down. Come on. Damn, I needed 2 grips for that. Now, I could try the wrench method, but I imagine this way it'll work. So let me get my, come on. All right, we got it. Just needed some heat. Don't touch that. Don't worry about the boot if you doing tie rods like me. So we're just gonna leave this off to the side. Now, reason I got it like this, why? Because we're gonna get the hub off. Why I'm gonna get the hub off? Because this is got to get the axle out. Once I get the axle out, then I got room to do the upper ball joint. The lower ball joint is sturdy. We're just going to do the upper. So let's go ahead and the back of here, which I get the camera back here and I'll show you these bolts. So I had to steal a trick after getting the 4 hub bearing bolts out. I had a hard time trying to get this hub bearing out. It's stuck in the knuckle basically. So I went and souped up a socket of deep 18 on it. I threaded the bolt back in there enough, and then I lined. This is, I don't remember what size. This is a 1/2 inch extension. This is one of the shorter ones, but not the shortest. But you see how I got it pressed up against the frame right there. So next one I'm going to do, I'm going to rock the steering wheel until I create like a crevice in between, spray with some brake cleaner, and keep knocking it out, and then I'll finish the rest with like a punch or a chisel. It's getting there. So what I want to do is spray it down some more, and I'm going to use this method a couple more times, but it is seeping through the crevice. That's good. So let me keep on playing with this. Somehow, some way, you want to make it work. So we're going to cut a slit in here, just enough to, I can start wedging and doing whatever, but I'm stuck. This thing is bonded in there bad. See, I done broke this up more, but I got it the wedge though. So where's what was that?
The fucking jack.
Now it's gonna be hard as shit for me to get this jack out now. Wanna know why? Cause that flinged up. I need another jack now.
You break?
No. I'm definitely opened up some more. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You like that? Yeah. Alright. So let's keep beating it.
It still gotta come out way more? Damn. How far I have to come out?
I'm there.
I know. Yeah, it's a ballpark now.
It's there. It's MF for coming out.
Yup.
God damn.
Loctite?
It was bonded into the hub. This is an DDI spindle.
Oh,
this is a known problem.
There's a whole it's the whole wheel bearing. I knew that. It was like
right.
fighting against you.
Alright, so we're gonna pull this out, which should have been able to. Here we go. Alright, let's get this off. I'll leave this in here. And the U joints on that is cool, so I don't have to worry about it. So now I have room to work this whole spindle off. So I got, let's see, 2 nuts right here. One nut right here and a nut at the bottom. I get those off and I'm going to whack here, and then the whole thing should just come out, and then I'll be able to work this ball joint out. Let me start lubing this up because this will be a job for tomorrow. Focus. Now I gotta work the bottom one off, which I'm gonna hit that with the gun. If you wanna leave a nut on it for when it comes out, I'm just gonna leave this off to the side because I don't care about it right now. Then, like I said, let's get the bottom. I imagine it's like a 24. Come on, bottom. You guys missed the part where I was whacking right here and it literally fell out from the bottom because I guess the bottom don't keep it on, more so the top. So let's imagine, let's put it back up in here just like that. If I can get it in there more. And then I took the hammer, bam, bam, like 6 whacks, right? And then it literally drop out. So now I have enough room to do the ball joint, and let's work them out. This one is loose too. You feel it, it got play in it, but these are designed to go in and up, right? Not the bottom, but more so this. So the boot is not ripped up on here, probably because I hit it so hard. You can see some of the grease came out. The boot is pushed up a little bit. It's not ripped, but we're only worry about the top. You know, they cheap anyway. I don't know how much money you want to spend, so we just worry about stopping a noise. I don't worry about getting too sophisticated. So this one has definitely got play in it, but it's normal to go up and down. But from left to right, and when I shook the wheel, stick a power bar up underneath while the wheel's jack, lift it up, and then you notice that this was loose. So probably should chip at this, get the like rust out of here. And I got a ball joint kit in the next video. I'll worry about, show you guys how to do it. But for now, and I appreciate you guys watching. So make sure you guys Cash App, Venmo, Leekautorepair. See it in the description and the context in the video. Make sure you follow that. Car questions, leekautorepair@gmail.com. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm on there as well. Leekautorepair, all of that good stuff. If you guys got any questions, that was a gunshot. Yes, it was. There's a gun range near here. But if you guys any questions, whatever, car stuff, make sure you guys get at me. I am a mobile mechanic. I do travel, but I won't travel to do this. But we figure I'll get your car on my channel, and that's it. So come holler at me.